The Mobile Museum of Tolerance is making stops around central Illinois again, educating students on what that word means in today's world. Students visit the museum to learn about tolerance online through an interactive digital literacy program. Educator Elizabeth Blair says tolerance is a stepping stone to supporting and accepting a group of people. It's something she says is important in today's climate, especially surrounding recent political violence.
Especially today when things are so divided, it's great to have a space just to have these conversations in a very neutral and honest way, and especially for these students, they're not always having these conversations in the classroom, so it's a great resource to provide for the districts.
Blair says she finds most students are interested in learning more about tolerance during the programs. The Mobile Museum will be at Olympia High School all week. Next week, they stop in the South Chicago suburbs. A St. Louis